Hi guys, Cassandra Hope here, and I'm speaking with Dr. Love from Restore Integrative Health here in Leslieville, and we're going to be talking about all things detoxification today. So Dr. Love, what is detoxification?
So detoxification is actually a totally natural process that happens in our bodies, where any toxin that we're exposed to, we need to be able to break down and eliminate.
Yeah. So what would a toxin be?
So in our environment, lots and lots of different toxins. So for example, caffeine, alcohol, pollution, all sorts of things in the environment, but then also within our bodies, we actually produce toxins. Okay, so we need to eliminate those as well.
Okay, and then what about like skincare products and perfumes? Like our liver has to process all of that, right?
Exactly, yeah. Anything that we come in contact with that really isn't natural, we have to process and eliminate.
So that's a lot of work for our organs.
It is, and especially in the environment that we're living in right now. You know, in an urban environment especially, you know, we're exposed to things so much on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, it's a really toxic world these days.
It is.
Yeah. So what are some of the symptoms that somebody might experience when they are toxic?
We see a number of different things in different people based on their own susceptibilities. Okay, so it could be digestive issues, could be mood issues, could be brain fog, could be low energy, sleep issues, menstrual issues, fertility problems actually as well.
Yeah, so if anybody identifies with any of those things, it could be that they're actually toxic.
It could be. It's something to look into.
Something to consider. Okay, that's good to know. So Sue, just to talk a little bit more about some of the supplements that you might prescribe to somebody to help support the liver and detoxification, you've pulled out a few of the ones that you use commonly with people. Can you tell us a little bit about these guys?
Yeah, for sure. So what we look at with a detox is looking at what is coming into the body. Okay, so looking at different foods, looking at the environment as well, which we can talk more about. But then usually we do some sort of an additional support with the person depending on what their susceptibility is or what sort of symptoms they're experiencing. So usually we include some sort of a liver support because the liver is the prime detox organ in our bodies. Okay, so a couple of things that we have here. So we have Thorne Mediclear Plus, which is a protein supplement that then also has different nutrients and botanicals in there that help the liver to do what it needs to do, to be able to break down those toxins.
Yeah, and high quality protein in the diet is very important in detoxification,
It is very, very important. So the reason being that for detoxification, we need to support both phase 1 and phase 2, which are the liver's phases of detoxification. Okay, protein is really, really important for phase 2. And if we don't support phase 2, what happens is the phase 1 byproducts are actually sometimes more toxic than the actual toxins as they entered our body. And so you really need to support phase 1 and phase 2, and phase 2 is really the key component. So for phase 2, we actually need to have some essential amino acids, which are from proteins. Okay, so that's why in this supplement, which is the Thorne Mediclear Plus, there is some protein in there, and then there's also all of the nutrients that the body needs for the liver to be able to do phase 1 and phase 2. My belief is that we can get most of what we need from food. Okay, and that's where, you know, I really emphasize with my patients, you know, to have a very healthy whole foods diet, so we have the greatest chance of getting what we can. But sometimes we see that people are low in certain things, so sometimes we do need to do a little bit of additional support. And especially in the detox process, you know, our bodies are exposed to so many things on a daily basis that giving the liver a little bit more support can be really, really helpful.
Giving the liver a little bit of love. And what else do you have here?
Okay, so the other supplement we have is by a company called NFH, and in here there's a lot of the similar nutrients and botanicals to what's in the Thorne Mediclear Plus, but it's just in a capsule form. So the formulation is a little bit different, but the basis is the same. So usually I determine which of these I'm going to use with a person based on their personal preference. So if someone loves doing shakes, I'll do this one. If someone says, you know what, I'm just not going to do a shake, I'm not into it, and I'd rather just take a capsule, then I do this one with them.
Great. And then this is like the holy grail to me, but that's just my own personal experience. So tell me a little bit about the GI tract repair.
So the reason that something like this can be really important for people is that we need to be not only breaking down and getting those toxins ready to eliminate, but we actually have to be eliminating them well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that the bowels have to be moving, right? Those toxins have to go somewhere once they've been broken down by the liver.
Yeah.
So that's where GI repair comes in. In this product, there's a couple of different things, and what they do is they basically help to support the gut in doing what it needs to do. Especially for people who have a susceptibility where their body, for whatever reason, you know, their GI tract or their gastrointestinal tract is inflamed, or there's a leaky gut type picture. Sometimes we need a little bit more support in that area. So making sure from a digestive perspective that we have healthy bacteria living in the gut. So potentially doing a So doing a probiotic supplement is usually something that I do in detoxes with people. Really depends on the person. And then adding something like GI repair nutrients can be really, really helpful because it does provide prebiotics, which help to feed those probiotics, but it also helps to support the actual cells of the gut, the enterocytes, so that they can be really healthy. Also, it helps reduce inflammation in the gut. So if someone has that leaky gut picture, it helps to decrease that inflammation so that doesn't happen as much anymore.
Amazing. And something I loved when working with you is how you encompass all aspects of life. So it's not just about the food and the supplements, but you really work with your clients in exercise and what's going on in the family and in the relationship. So can you tell us a bit about that and how that contributes to toxicity?
Definitely. So when someone first comes into the clinic, the first thing I like to do is sit down with them and really understand who is this person in the context of their life. We can't ignore mental emotional side of things. So we can't ignore these potential stressors that are there on a day-to-day basis because they affect people in so many different ways. So it's really important during a detox for people to really think about, you know, what are the toxins in my life? You know, maybe there's an unhealthy relationship that is actually a toxic relationship that I need to either part ways with or create a shift within. So really, really important to recognize that, you know, our bodies are not set up into compartments. You know, we don't have the mental emotional compartment and the digestive compartment and the liver compartment. Everything is intertwined, and our thoughts do affect our immune system. They do affect our tissues. They do affect our emotions. And you know, to get the greatest benefit out of detoxification, we need to really look at all aspects of our lives.
Amen, sister. Sue, thank you so much. This has been really, really informative. I've had an awesome time chatting with you today.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you. Guys, for more information, check out restoreyourhealth.ca and find out about all the different services that they offer to help you on your journey in health.